My name is Owen Pope, and I would like to welcome you to the first of a series of videos that I'm making on building a business. My wife and I have had rather a unique experience over the last 18 years of building a business from scratch. We started selling a few pots of raspberry jam in a flea market in Nelson in New Zealand, and over the next 15 years or so we built a business to become the market leader, selling around 200,000 pots of jam and pickle per month. Who am I? Well, I was born in the southern part, in the Catlins area of Southland, in the South Island of New Zealand. I grew up in quite a remote area, which was surrounded on one side by bush, on the other side by the sea. My parents were farming. I went to primary school at Haldane, which was the name of the district that we lived in, and later went to boarding school. Just a few months or so before my 13th birthday, I went to boarding school in Invercargill and was there for 4 years. Passing school certificate, and at that time there wasn't an expectation amongst our family anyway to go on to university education, so it wasn't considered, and all I really wanted to do was to go home and work on the farm. I did that for a time, and until I started a series of jobs that involved the establishment of new businesses, one being a tavern, the other being a aluminium smelter. I was part of the startup team at the T.Y. Point aluminium smelter in Bluff. Then I spent a bit of time working for the government in the Ministry of Works, in accounting, stores and costing and purchasing area. And then we moved to Nelson to take up once again a establishment of a new position with the New Zealand Forest Service in Nelson. I was in that job for a short time, and then transferred to the Department of Labour in Nelson. In 1988 we decided to buy a 10-hectare piece of land in Upper Moutere in Nelson. Part of my ancestry, on my mother's side, my mother's parents arrived in Bluff from Tasmania about a month before Mother was born. Having, in typical Romany gypsy fashion, jumped the stick, having jumped the stick backwards after leaving a relationship with my grandfather's cousin William Lee. Now their surname was Lee, L-E-E. They often talked about the Romany gypsy ancestry, and Jack Lee, their grandfather, had come from Seven Oaks in Kent, which is the same area as the famous Robert E. Lee came from, to the United States. 3 of my ancestors on that side of the family were convicts who were transported. Jack Lee was one who was transported from Kent. The other was Bridget Benson. She was transported from Ireland to Tasmania, and John Knott, who was transported from England to Tasmania and spent some time at Port Arthur. So rather a infamous bunch of ancestors on that side of the family. My father's family ancestry on the other hand is quite different. John Taylor Pope, along with 2 of his brothers and his sister, immigrated to New Zealand in the 1850s or 1860s, and came from a very well-to-do, well-educated and well-off family in the United Kingdom. I guess they were seeking adventure to come to a new country, and were persuaded to come here and to help to establish a new nation. This story is a story about a opportunity that I saw, an opportunity that I grasped, an opportunity that we developed. It's been just an amazing experience for the both of us, and I just hope that you enjoy hearing about it. The next episode I'll be talking about the purchase of our farm in Upper Moutere in Nelson in New Zealand. Thank you.